Hey guys, this is Mr. Ray here, and welcome to this amazing video. In this video, we're reacting to the scariest bridges and roads you can travel on. But I kind of wanted to let you guys know, as of right now, it is March 1st. Having your ear infections in both ears. Why? Both ears. This one and this one. Ear infections. I quit. Just quit. But let's get into the video. But wait, ear infections will not stop me from loving to make you guys content.
18 scary bridges and roads you can travel on. Roads and bridges are things that are used to travel more efficiently from place to place. They certainly help when it comes to crossing water or great heights between mountains, although those same traits also make these passages absolutely terrifying. These are the scariest bridges and roads you can travel on. I wouldn't recommend going to any of them. Just trust us. Number 18.
Mackinac Bridge can be scary when it's windy. Actually, they close down that bridge when it's super windy. Believe it or not, yeah.
The Sidu River Bridge. Located in Hubei, China, is a massive bridge that spans over 4,000 feet across the mountains of the Sichuan Basin. It hangs 1,640 feet above the ground, but don't let the height scare you. You'll make it across just fine. Probably. This bridge opened up back in 2009, and it cost $100 million to build. That's one expensive bridge. We would like to say that it's money well spent, but we don't care for heights, so no. While these pictures do, in fact, show us the strength of the bridge, just look at those intense cables. We still don't want to take a walk on it, much less a drive. Number 17, Nadim River Pontoon Bridge. Normally, one would lay eyes on the scene you see in this image, and they would figure out how to turn around and drive away, since clearly the bridge is flooded. Although the bridge in this picture is partially submerged, that is apparently the norm for this bridge in Russia, which is under several feet of water at certain sections. Called the Nadim River Bridge, this scary crossing is intended for summer use only. Each year between October and May, the Nadim River freezes over and none can pass. Each year, local reports say that something will replace the bridge, yet every summer, this barely there nightmare is open to the public once again. Number 16, Gao Pen Bamboo Bridge. The rickety pile of sticks pictured here is a real working bridge in Cambodia. This little one-way bridge connects the city of Kampong Cham to a small island that contains a few villages and several rice fields. The only way to access the island during the rainy season is by boat. But when the waters have gone down and the dry season is here, the citizens gather together to make a new bridge. Yes, the bridge in this picture gets washed away with the rainy season, and every year they have to make a new one. Traveling across the bridge is absolutely terrifying, but there are workers stationed at either end of the bridge with walkie-talkies so they can direct traffic in the safest way possible. Very innovative to make your own bridge each year, but it's completely scary as well. Number 15, Tappan Zee Bridge. Crossing the Hudson River in New York is the Tappan Zee Bridge. Although it looks like a normal bridge in this picture, this 16,000-foot-long ride is considered one of the top 10 most insecure bridges in the United States. Just great. To add to the creep factor, there have been 25 people recorded to have committed suicide by jumping from this bridge. So we sincerely hope you aren't afraid of haunted stuff, because this bridge probably is. This bridge is so scary and so unsafe that they created a new one, dubbed New Tappan Zee Bridge, which opened earlier this year. Number 14, Carrick Arid Bridge. This bridge isn't the highest, the most rickety, nor the bridge with the most sway. However, this bridge is suspended 98 feet in the air, and it connects the island of Carrick Arid to the mainland. No one has ever fallen off the bridge, but some people get so scared about the return trip back across the bridge that they have to have a boat sent out to the island to fetch them. After seeing how thin the bridge is in this picture, we understand why some people couldn't bring themselves to come back. But could you imagine the embarrassment of having to send for a boat? Number 13, Kwandinsky Bridge. You really have to be a daring person to travel across a bridge without any safety railings, but as you can see in this picture, there are still people using this old bridge found in Russia. Not only do drivers have to navigate very carefully, but they have to deal with the slippery roads because of all of the snow and ice. Often the people who use the road have to patch things up themselves just to get across. Why would they have to do that? Shouldn't they have someone that does that for them? Yeah. This wooden bridge hasn't seen any repairs since it was first built over 30 years ago. This is a section of the road that would make us best take the long way around. We would not be driving over this scary bridge.
Yeah.
Number 12, Hongju Bay Bridge. This bridge is known as the longest ocean crossing bridge in the world. If you didn't feel like driving over sharks and other such creatures, then you probably need to find a different route to your destination. This bridge is 23 miles long and is designed in an S shape over the sea. The bridge was opened to the public in 2008, and everything has been fine, but we still aren't going. There's just something about being over an open body of water for a long period of time that just doesn't sit well with us. Maybe it's the whole we can't breathe underwater thing. Either way, you won't catch us here either. Number 11, Linyanti River Bridge. The bridge pictured here is literally just some iron planks over thick mud and scary deep water. It's located in Namibia, in the northeastern corner of the Zambezi region. The bridge is 131 feet in length, and it is yet another bridge we wouldn't dare cross over. Just look how frightening it is. No thanks.
Scary.
Number 10, Mackinac Bridge. If you live in...
It's not Mackinac! It's Mackinac! Mackinac! Not Mackinac! Mackinac!
Michigan, you might recognize this terrifying bridge. The bridge in this picture is the Mackinac.
Okay, I have to tell you that this then. Yes, Mackinac and Mackinac spell. So Mackinac City and Mackinac Island spells differently. One spells with a C. Wait, yeah, Mackinac City. I believe that's the one that spells with a C. Well, one spells with a C, and one spells with a W at the ending, like Mackinac. And for some odd reason, it's literally the same thing.
Bridge located in the Great State. This 5-mile-long bridge is often struck by frightening bouts of wind that
and this is actually like 2 hours away from me. Like 2.5 hours away from me. So, yeah.
Usually exceed 30 miles per hour. People get so worked up over driving across this bridge that the Mackinac Bridge Authority has to drive people's cars over the bridge for them, since they can't muster the courage to drive across. Thankfully, they do it for free. Number 9, Chesapeake Bridge. The bridge in this picture is another one of those uber scary 5-mile stretches of road that seem to be located in every state, just about. This bridge is located in Maryland, and it connects Maryland's western and eastern sides. It's also referred to as the Bay Bridge. When bad weather hits, which is quite often, your visibility while on the bridge gets reduced to almost nothing. If you happen to be in the middle of the bridge when your vision gets blurry, you won't be able to see land at all. That's pretty scary. If you still weren't scared, just wait until you get to the underwater tunnel the bridge forces.
Jurassic World.
Until you get to the underwater tunnel the bridge forces you to pass through. You can see how scary it is in this picture here. Number 8, Glass Walk Bridge. Just a year ago, China opened a breathtaking glass skywalk that had been added to Hunan's mountainous landscapes. The winding bridge is 1,410 feet long, and as you can see from these frightening photos, it hovers 984 feet above the ground. This would be the very last place in the world you would find us. You're on your own if you want to go check out this scary bridge.
Yeah, you're on your own.
Number 7, Lake Pontchartrain Causeway. You might be able to guess why the bridge in this picture made it into this video just by looking at it. It's not particularly high, and it actually only sits 16 feet above the water. The bridge connects the two Louisiana towns of Metairie and Mandeville. It stretches an incredible 24 miles across the lake, and if that wasn't scary enough, once you get about 8 miles into the bridge, you'll no longer have a visual of land. Number 6, Captain William Moore Bridge. Although the bridge in this photo isn't all that scary to look at, once you find out about the surroundings and the structural integrity of this bridge, you might just change your mind. This bridge is located in Alaska, and it crosses over an active earthquake fault. The engineers who designed the bridge planned for the potential disaster and only anchored one end of the bridge securely. Now, when the ground trembles and shifts, the bridge won't just be torn apart. However, we want to know how it's still safe with only one end secured. Number 5, Millau Viaduct, France. The bridge in this picture gives us the same thrilling fear as riding a roller coaster. The bridge pictured here is the Millau Viaduct located in France. The tallest part of the bridge from the valley floor to the tip of the mast is 1,125 feet tall, which is taller than the Eiffel Tower. It may be less than 2 miles in length, but this is another path we just aren't going to bother taking. Number 4, the Confederation Bridge. This bridge, located in Canada, made it into this video not because it's incredibly tall and you're scared of heights, but because it is a long 8 miles to the other side. You can see just how long it is in this picture. While that in itself doesn't seem too shiver-worthy, the fact that this is the longest bridge crossing over ice, cold water in the world does. Yes, there are ones that are miles longer, but supposedly not over such freezing waters. This $1 billion bridge probably won't just dump you into the water as it crumbles, but the fear factor that it will is still alive and well. Number 3, Hussaini Hanging Bridge. Hanging Bridge is right, though it should really be called Hanging by a Thread Bridge. This rickety cable and wood bridge is located in Pakistan, and you couldn't pay us enough to cross it. The bridge crosses over the rapidly flowing Hunza River, and the tattered and worn remains of the previous bridges hang right next to the one being currently used. To make this bridge that much more unbearable, it was swallowed up by floodwaters in 2010. Although there has been a newer one built, it doesn't seem any safer. Number 2, monkey bridges. If you told us that we would have to walk across the scary, skinny bridge featured here, we would have laughed into next week. There's just no way. Even though this bridge seems like a joke in a movie, these monkey bridges are used as a quick passage in several parts of Vietnam. The name Monkey Bridge comes from the stooped posture you have to adopt when crossing. Just so you know how crazy this bridge is, it is exactly as it looks in the picture. The bridge is made from a single bamboo log with 1 or 2 handrails. If you think crossing this is a good idea, best of luck to you, and we'll see you down at the bottom of the river since you're certainly falling in. Number 1, Ishima Ohashi Bridge. This terrifying bridge wasn't a nightmare constructed by an architect, but if you looked at this picture of the bridge, you might think it was. This mile-long bridge spans across Lake Nakamuni and links the city of Matsue to the city of Sakaiminato. The reason for the sudden climb in the bridge is meant to allow entire barges or ships underneath to cross without accident. Although this bridge looks absolutely terrifying at about a 45-degree angle, it is actually not that steep, and a side view of the bridge shows the highest point is reached with a gradual incline. It's not at all how it appears.
Okay guys, hope you just liked this video. If you just liked the video, please subscribe, and don't forget to make sure like it. Oh yeah. Now just that would be it for the video. Now just I would love you guys so very much, and goodbye.